Throughout his long and illustrious life, Jimmy Carter exemplified the best of what it means to be a public servant. He was a leader who always put the needs of his fellow citizens first, and who worked tirelessly to promote peace, human rights, and social justice around the world. He was born James Earl Carter Jr. on October 1, 1924, in Plains, Georgia, to Lillian Gordy and James Earl Carter Sr. Carter grew up in a family that valued education, hard work, and public service. His father was a successful businessman, farmer, and local politician who instilled in him a deep sense of civic duty. Carter attended Georgia Southwestern College and the Georgia Institute of Technology before enrolling at the United States Naval Academy in 1943. After graduating, he served in the Navy as a submariner, where he gained valuable leadership skills that would serve him well later in life. After his military service, he returned to Plains and began a successful business career, building his own peanut farm, warehouse, and manufacturing company. Carter's involvement in politics began in the 1960s, when he served as a member of the Georgia State Senate. He then ran for governor of Georgia in 1970 and won, becoming the first candidate from outside the traditional power structure to be elected to the state's highest office since Reconstruction. As governor, Carter worked to improve education, transportation, and race relations, while also balancing the state budget and cutting taxes. In 1976, Carter launched his campaign for the presidency, running as a Washington outsider and a champion of human rights. He won a hard-fought primary battle against several more established candidates, including Senator Ted Kennedy, and then defeated the incumbent president, Gerald Ford, in the general election. As president, Carter continued to emphasize human rights and promoted peace in the Middle East, but faced numerous challenges during his term, including rising inflation, unemployment, and the Iran hostage crisis. Despite his many accomplishments, Carter faced significant criticism during his presidency and was not re-elected in 1980. However, he has remained an active voice in public life, devoting himself to humanitarian causes, including the eradication of disease in Africa through his work with the Carter Center. He has written many books and has received numerous awards for his work in promoting peace and human rights around the world. Throughout his life, Jimmy Carter has exemplified the values of hard work, public service, and commitment to others that were instilled in him by his parents. He is a respected leader, and his legacy as a champion of human rights and humanitarian causes continues to inspire people around the world. Here are 10 obscure or lesser-known facts about Jimmy Carter. Number 1. Jimmy Carter is the only U.S. president to have received a Nobel Peace Prize after leaving office. He won the award in 2002 for his humanitarian work through the Carter Center. Number 2. Carter was the first U.S. president to have been born in a hospital. Number 3. In high school, Carter was a star basketball player, and he was named to the All-State basketball team in Georgia in 1941. Number 4. Carter is a distant cousin of Elvis Presley. Number 5. During his presidency, Carter installed solar panels on the White House roof as a symbol of his commitment to renewable energy. However, the panels were removed by his successor, Ronald Reagan. Number 6. Carter was the first U.S. president to use email, which he began doing in 1980. Number 7. In 2015, Carter revealed that he had cancer that had spread to his brain. However, after undergoing treatment, he announced in 2016 that he was cancer-free. Number 8. Carter has been a lifelong advocate for the environment and conservation, and he has visited every continent to raise awareness about these issues. Number 9. Carter is an accomplished painter, and he has had his artwork featured in exhibitions around the world. Number 10. In 2006, Carter co-founded the Elders, a group of international leaders who work together to promote peace, human rights, and social justice. Carter will be remembered as a president who brought a sense of dignity and decency to the White House, and as a tireless advocate for the poor, the disenfranchised, and the vulnerable. He was a man of deep faith, a champion of the environment, and a voice for those who had no voice. Although